Hi, here we are again, and now, as promised, I'm trying to run ThinLinc from my local computer here. It's this one, and here I have the same Raspberry Pi 2, and I'm going to show you how it works on local network. So here you can see my ping to my local machine here. It's under 1 millisecond as expected. So I've already opened this machine here. I just changed the IP address, and let's hit F8 here and full screen. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my Raspberry Pi connecting to this machine and providing me a desktop, a full desktop session. And here you can see that I can get my other keyboard here and connect it to it. Let's use another user because of that problem with VGL run. So here. So we have one machine, one better machine running with two users connected. One is using through a Raspberry Pi using ThinLinc, and the other one is locally connected. It could be another remote session. So let's say my cousin is browsing the internet here. Sorry, YouTube. So let's say he's browsing the internet, and here I'm using the same machine as he, and you can see we both are connected to the same machine, and it's great for people that does simple stuff like, oh, I'm going to browse YouTube, or I just only have one machine in my house and the other one is very weak, so like a Raspberry Pi 2, and I need two people using the same machine at the same time. So I'm going to demonstrate to you this. I've did that video before. I showed you that some games are playable through Steam, but I've discovered one thing that it's not a good news. Let's say that I'm going to play Rogue Legacy here, and Rogue Legacy still plays fine. I've did that line that calls VGL run the proper way, so it's slightly better, not a lot better, but still playable. So let's quit this game here. What I have to tell you is that not all games are going to be playable. And the worst part is that since this machine here has a better a better graphic card that has Vulkan, that one from my workplace doesn't have Vulkan. uh, let's clean this here. I'll show you how I run GLX spheres. It's the same from the machine on my workplace, at my workplace. But if I use VGL run GLX spheres, you can see here it's an RX 480, and I'm going to get a lot better frames per second. But since this machine has Vulkan, a few games are going to try to run using Vulkan on Steam, so I cannot play them and not even get close to be playable. Like Left 4 Dead 2, I couldn't even get to the playing to the screen. I can load the game, I can start the game, but it's just going to load. Here it's processing Vulkan shaders, but VGL run is not for Vulkan, so it's simply not going to work to play this game on Vulkan, because Steam is going to try to play this with Vulkan, and no, it's no way that I can play it through ThinLinc, because VGL run is not going to work for this. Let's wait loading here. But as you can see, I can have the same machine, one playing and one another user browsing the internet. Let's say play campaign, single player, the default. And I thought that it would be better. It could be playable, because as you saw before, the mouse seem to be a lot more sensitive, and the bad frame rate. I thought using a local machine more powerful than that one, it would be better, at least playable. But no, because it's trying to run Vulkan, and so there's no 3D acceleration here. I don't know, maybe there's something like VGL run for, or VirtualGL for something for Vulkan. I don't know if there's something like this. If you know, please tell me, because I'd like to use this setup like this, a machine that I could play remotely. But for now, the only option would be use Steam Play or something like that. Okay, so can you hear the sound? You see it's repeating the same sound, the helicopter sound. You're going to see the window loading here. It's the entrance. the intro of here, the fire from the window. So as you can see, it's not playable. I've tested to use on my work machine that from the previous video. I tried to launch Steam using Steam Remote Play or Steam Link. Sorry, I tried using Steam Link, and Steam Link worked from from uh, from the machine using ThinLinc, and Steam Link was able to enter the game and play the game using VirtualGL rendering. It was not perfect because of it was far from here, and it was, at least I could play and kill some zombies. It was better than using the mouse, because I don't know, the mouse seemed so sensitive, but the Steam Play, the Steam Link controls were fine. The other downside is that I couldn't set up a controller, so I think that you can be able to map your keyboard to a joystick and set it like when you when you press a button on the joystick, you could it would be like hitting a key on keyboard, and so it will be a workaround for this. But as you can see, you the better machine could be wasn't able to run the same games that I could from the remote machine. I don't have Green Fandango here installed, but I think that it will be playable because it's using OpenGL. So another thing that I found here is that, let's say I'm using Opera, the web browser. Opera. Okay. So let's say you have a web page running WebGL, like this one. It's an WebGL demo. Here, see this FPS number here? 1917. And I thought, what would happen if I tried to use VGL run Opera and open the same web page. And let's close this one here. Okay, so see those numbers here? 40, almost 40 FPS is more than the double FPS number that I was getting. So VGL run from VirtualGL still has its applications, because I could use it to accelerate my web browser here and get a better frame rate here. To compare, I will show you the same here in the local machine. I think I was going to WebGL test. I think here, WebGL samples. This one. So here the local machine is getting 50, around 50 frames per second, and as you could see, I don't lose too many frames from using the remote machine, using ThinLinc. Sorry, the other keyboard. So here we are. We have let's close this screen here. Okay, so now my graphic card is working for 2 users, so you can see that it dropped. Sorry, my phone ran out of memory. So just to finish this video here, as you can see, there are 2 users using the graphics card, and there's a drop, FPS drop. So let's close, let's say one of them closes, so you can see a raise here, a small raise. So thanks for watching. ThinLinc still, oh, here is, if you look for Steam plus VGL, you are going to see this topic here, and on the last post here you can see the what I was typing on Steam, so the game could work through VirtualGL. So I'm going to put this link on the description. So thanks for watching. Thanks Sandio for ThinLinc, because I still could use a computer remotely, like I was sitting right in front of it. It's one of the best remote access applications in the market. It's free for up to 5 users concurrently using the computer. So if you have a small team and you don't have no money, maybe you can use the free version of it. If you have a big business, you can contact Sandio and get a license for it. It's more cheap than paying for Windows server calls. So if you want to save some money on and provide a quality desktop for users, centralized server running desktop for every user on your company, check this out. Thanks.